Alright, here we go with section 4.5, graphs of sine and cosine functions. So today we'll be graphing sine theta and cosine theta. Alright, so we're going to start with the graph of sine of x. You can plug this into your calculator to check, but it's not going to come out exactly with the same numbers, so we want to kind of say where these numbers are coming from here. I'm going to put up my unit circle here, swing it around. Alright, and so a full circle is how far? A full circle is 2 pi. So notice on this graph that the graph of sine x starts to repeat after we hit 2 pi. So a full period is 2 pi. First we go up, then we go down, then we keep going down, then we come back up. And you'll notice this is what happens if we're just keeping track of the height of a circle. If we start here, we're going to start going up, 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 until we hit 90 degrees, or until we hit pi over 2. And at pi over 2, that's as tall as we're ever going to be. And the tallest we're ever going to be, if we're on the unit circle, is 1. And at that point, we start going back down. So down we go, down, 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 down. We go down until we hit pi. And at pi, we're back to 0. But we don't stop there. We actually keep going down, 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 down. Just talking about the y values until we hit 270 degrees, or 3 pi over 2. And then we're going to turn around and head back upwards, back till 2 pi. All right, so there's really 5 important points that you're going to want for sketching sine curves. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to remember the 5 points. You're going to remember that sine starts and ends at 0. And you're going to remember that a full circle is 2 pi. Okay? You'll also remember that in a unit circle, we go up to 1 and down to -1. Okay, so a few things to remember, but not too bad. A few pieces of information we'll be able to graph sine curves. Same thinking here. We're going to be able to graph the x values. We're going to graph cosine. If we think about a unit circle, again, 2 pi is the whole thing. When we start at 0 degrees, our x value is already 1. So we start at 1. And then we start going backwards as we head up towards pi. So our x value is going down, 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 down. It keeps going down, 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 until we hit pi. And then we get to start traveling back in the positive direction. So we get to start coming up, 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 up. And so, again, we'll finish at 2 pi for a full circle. All right, so again, here's our 5 important points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exact same things to remember for cosine as for sine, except for we start and end at 1, whereas in sine we start and end at 0. So knowing that, let's see if we can sketch the graph of y equals 2 sine x, and we want to go from -pi all the way to 4 pi. So I'm going to draw a big graph here. All right, I'm going to plot out some important points. I'm going to do this first and we'll come back. This is going to be pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, and everything in between is a half pi, so 3 pi over 2, 5 pi over 2, and 7 pi over 2. And it does say go backwards to -pi. So here we go. We're going to start by graphing. In this case, the only thing we want to worry about is this 2. What this 2 is going to do is it's a stretch factor. So instead of our sine going up to 1, now it's going to go up to 2. And also, it's going to not just go down to -1, it's going to go down to -2. And so now we're going to plot our 5 important points. We start at 0. We go up. We come back to 0. We go down. We come back up to 0. And 2 pi is a full circle. Well, what happens after we go full circle? We just start over again. We go up, back to 0, down, back to 0. Same thing going in the opposite direction. Those would be all of our important points. And so in between them, we're just going to draw nice little curves and draw a beautiful sine curve. Okay, and so that's what we're looking at. So some important things to remember. The 2 comes from the number in front. A full period for sine is 2 pi. Period is how long until we start over again. Okay? All right, so let's see if you can do it yourself for y equals 5 sine x. And the instructions say graph it for 2 full periods. All right, here's what it should look like. I'm going to do 1 period first. So pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi. And then we'll end up extending this out all the way to 4 pi for the second period. So labeling our axes. First question is, how high is this graph going to get? It's going to get up to 5, and it's going to get down to -5. And remember, sine always starts at 0. So it starts at 0, it goes up, it comes down, it goes down again, it comes up, and there's a full period. We want 2 periods, so we'll keep going. We go up, we come back to 0, we go down, and we come back up to 0. Let's connect our dots in a nice curve. And there we go. We've got 5 sine x over 2 periods. Now, if you wanted to go backwards, nothing wrong with that. You could have ended here and gone backwards to get your second period. That would have been also completely fine. Okay, so sine's just going to repeat over and over and over again. All right, so let me end the video here and we'll start example 2 on the next video.